the line dance is an icon of festivals in a number of Oriental countries, not only in China. Okay, now we have a line dance program in our organization called Indian Association of Chinese American. Okay, today we are going to present to you a line dance done by two lovely, talented Mexican-American brothers, around 10-year-old, and his brother, Alexander, 9-year-old. These brothers are lovely and very talented. You will see in the second part of the day, they are going to show you some of the Mexican or South American style line dance. You will be amazed what they're going to do. Okay, now let me start the music.
Sabes que ya llevo un rato mirándote. Tengo que bailar contigo hoy. Vi que tu mirada ya estaba llamándome. Muéstrame el camino que yo voy. Oh, tú eres el imán y yo soy el metal. Me voy acercando y voy armando el plan. Solo con pensarlo se acelera el pulso. Oh yeah, ya me está gustando más de lo normal. Todo mi sentido va pidiendo más. Esto hay que tomarlo sin ningún apuro. Despacito, respira tu fuego despacito. Deja que le diga cosas al oído, para que te duerdes si no estás conmigo. Despacito, quiero desnudarte a veces despacito. Tumba las paredes de tu laberinto. Hacer de tu cuerpo todo un manuscrito. Sube, sube. Quiero ser tu ritmo. Que le enseñes a mi boca los lugares favoritos. Déjame pasar tus olas de pelo hasta provocar tus gritos. Que olvides que me llegué. Si te pido un beso, ven dámelo. Yo sé que estás pensándolo. Llevo un tiempo intentándolo. También te estás mirándolo. Sabes que tu corazón conmigo te hace bam bam. Sabes que esa beba está buscando de mi bamba. Me pruebas de mi boca para ver cómo te sabe. Quiero ver cuánto amor a ti te cabe. Yo no tengo prisa, yo me quiero dar el viaje. Empezamos lento, después salvaje. Pasito a pasito, suave, suavecito. Nos vamos pegando poquito a poquito. Cuando tú me besas con esa destreza, tú que eres malicia con delicadeza. Pasito a pasito, suave, suavecito. Nos vamos pegando poquito a poquito. Y es que esa belleza es un rompecabezas, pero para montarlo aquí tengo la pieza. Despacito, respira tu fuego despacito. Deja que le diga cosas al oído, para que te duerdes si no estás conmigo. Despacito, quiero desnudarte a veces despacito. Tumba las paredes de tu laberinto. Hacer de tu cuerpo todo un manuscrito. Sube, sube. Quiero ser tu ritmo. Que le enseñes a mi boca los lugares favoritos. Déjame sobrepasar tus olas de pelo hasta provocar tus gritos. Que olvides tu apellido. Despacito, vamos a hacerlo en una playa en Puerto Rico, hasta que las olas griten ay bendito, para que mi sello se quede contigo. Pasito a pasito, suave, suavecito, nos vamos pegando poquito a poquito. Enseñas a mi boca los lugares favoritos. Pasito a pasito, suave, suavecito, nos vamos pegando poquito a poquito. Hasta provocar tus gritos, sin que olvides tu apellido. Despacito.
Wow, that is lovely. I really like the Mexican line dance. I tell you, that is the lovely brothers' own invention. They are highly talented. So please give them another big applause. Okay, very good, very good. Well, let's move. We have a fabulous adult adult dance group. The group name is Cloud Glamours. Okay, now I'm going to ask the representative to come on stage to introduce to you who they are and what they're going to do. Okay, Lingma, are you going to do that?
Greetings from the Cloud Glamours dance group. We are a group of working professionals in the Chinese community. We love to get together in our spare time, practice singing and dancing and other kinds of art forms with the purpose of promoting a more healthy and more meaningful life. We also love to share our culture with people around us. The piece we are going to dance for you today is a dance to a song called Waltz of the Night. By name, it's a waltz, which is a Western art form. But the song is actually a Chinese pop song depicting a group of friends dancing happily together until daybreak. So it's a waltz piece, but when you look at our dance movements, you can tell that it's not a typical waltz. A lot of the movements are taken from Chinese folk dances, and the outfit we are wearing today has elements that can be found in Chinese traditional clothing, such as the hairpiece, the flowers on the dress, and the ankle length of the dress. But it also has elements that depict a modern life, such as the bling-blings on the hairpiece and on the flowers. So the piece is integration of Western and Eastern culture, as well as a demonstration of how our traditional values shine through our modern life. We hope you enjoy this piece. Here comes Waltz of the Night.
Yes, what were you?
So for my team, today we have group and adult dance performance. So the first one, the kids gonna be performing the two dances. One is called Little Bunnies, and the other is called Tibetan. The oldest one just only 7 years old. The youngest is 4.5. So I really appreciate you clap after their performance. And for the adult performance is performing Mongolian dance. Brought to you by a group of beautiful ladies, and they just practice like 4 times. So I also appreciate you being here, and also I will be performing and singing a Tibetan dance and a Tibetan folk song. Thank you so much.
La
little kids to do the second dance called the Little Bunny. A very lovely dance. So please be patient. The teacher again need to put some marking on the floor so that the kids can follow. Okay, very good. Okay, very good. Next mission is a combination of instrument and dance. The two artists are Sheridan and Fancy. I'm going to let them introduce to you what they're going to do. Okay?
Hello, everybody. We're going to present a piece of dance called Whisper for PiPa. Here is Zhen Fang. She is a teacher in the Cloud Middle School. But you can see she's not only teaching the Mandarin, but also can teach the dance. So buy one to get one free. I'm Sherry Dong. I worked for Lingma Lu in a pharmacy background. And the instrument that I'm holding is called the PiPa. PiPa is originated from the Middle East, actually from the Rook. When the Rook traveled east through the Silk Road to China and then become a PiPa. That's about 2,000 years old history. When the Rook traveled to the west, it will become a guitar. So here we go. Here is the whisper of a PiPa through melodic music, and we leave the space for your imagination.
the next presentation will be a Tibetan dance to be performed by Nana Wang. You know Nana Wang, she's an instructor to the kids that you enjoyed the presentation just a few minutes ago. We are going to have another adult dance. They are going to do a Mongolian dance. So, ladies, if you are ready, let me know when you want to start the music, okay? will be presented by two high school students from Carmel High, David Jiang and Ivy Zhen. David and Ivy, are you ready? I don't see you. Can you raise your hand? Oh yeah, I see you now. Okay. Now, let me introduce you. Both of them are AAA students from Kwan Hui. They're seniors. They're going to go to college in the fall. I know that David has been accepted by Harvard University. So, and Ivy also is going to one of the best pop school in the nation. So they are, in addition to be excellent in academic work, they are also talented in their performing art. So let me ask you, how do you want, who are you going to go ahead? How about you do singing? Are you going to both of you do singing or just one? Okay, which one? Okay, show me which one you want.
Okay, before we begin, just like to, I guess we already had an introduction, but just talk one more time just about us. Yeah, us two are from Carmel. We represent an organization called LTNI, or Love Thy Neighbor International, where we go to senior homes and we sing for them. These are two English songs. Both of them are very recognizable. You guys will know what these are. So first we're going to be singing Can't Help Falling in Love by Elvis.
Take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows steady to the so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too. For I falling in love with
the limited time that we have left, we're going to do one more song, actually, just the two of us. Not that song, but we're going to do the song I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys. And if you guys want to sing along, you guys sing along. It's not just going to be us, okay?
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, he won mine.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we present is our local Chinese American program today. Well, thank you for coming and thank you very much for your support. During these 2 weeks of state fair, we have 2 other days that the local Chinese communities will do their different presentations again. So if you're interested, look at the official schedule, what day and what time it will be. So thank you very much again. Have a wonderful day and please enjoy the rest of the fair. It is exciting out there.
Okay, next up on the Indiana State Fair dance stage is Common Ground.